a single footstep, a journey begins. A quest to inspire. Through relentless persistence for a common goal. Together with family and friends. That goal, ultimately, to achieve success. Okay. Okay. That is Wild Bout Huntin. This segment of Tech Tips brought to you by J&D Archery Shop, your place for all your archery needs.
Hey gang, welcome back. We are here for our tech tip of the week, and I am here with Jack Overton of J&D Archery. Welcome back, Jack. Pleasure to have you back again, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's see. We purchased the bow from you. We came in as a beginner, purchased the bow. We have figured out what we need as far as our arrow length, spine, fletching, feathers, so on and so forth.
Right.
We get home, we pull our bow out of the box for the first time. Let's start talking about some of the things that we want to look at right off the bat and check out our bow.
All right. When you pull it out of the box or pull it out of your case, you want to check the strings and cables. Make sure they all look good. They didn't get cut or anything from last season. They're not all dried out. Where your hard points, where they come across the cams, you want to make sure your servings are good there. Say like if you look at your cable stop, last year it was up against, this year it's a little ways away, then your string probably stretched. Put an arrow on. Put an arrow on. And look at the way the arrow goes.
Make sure we're good and level.
Make sure you're pretty well level, maybe
off.
Just a little tail high.
Okay.
And if it's way off, then you know something, if it's way down.
Right, we know something's up.
Like that.
Yeah,
something's
we know
wrong.
Something's up.
So.
All right. So we took it out of the box now. Okay, well, we took it out of the case from last year. All right, and we're looking at that stuff. We took it out of the case for the first time. You're talking about, I mean, obviously the cables and everything should be in good shape, but you never know what might happen.
You never know.
Putting it in and out of your case. If you fray your string or there's a nasty fuzzy stuff coming off of there, you know something's not right. If you nick your cable and you go to draw that back, folks, that's a recipe for bad news.
Could come apart.
And we could have bad traumatic things happen, breaking limbs off, and we don't want to see that happen to you. So pay attention to what it looked like when you put it in there and when you take it back out.
Right.
We bought the bow, okay? We did all the other stuff. Well, what do you have in your hand right there?
String wax.
Okay, let's talk about that.
For the string and cables. You want to wax your string and cables. I like to do it like every other time after you shoot. You want to wax your string and cables.
And basically all you're doing, Jack, is you're just applying it to the string, and then you're going to use the heat of your fingers, rubbing on it to melt it into the string?
Melt it into the string. The new wax now, it kind of, when you put it on there, when you're shooting it, it works its way into the string.
Okay, very good.
And then you just do all your cables where you can get them, and make sure they're good. In the area here where they go through the cable slide, you want to make sure you put on a little bit extra, because that's a wear point. You want to make sure you got enough on there. And
again, a telltale sign is either fraying, or even when they start to turn like that white color, you know they're starting to get some friction on there, that you're going to need to use some bowstring wax. Right. And wax everything up to take care of it. So we're going to talk about a few more things in a few minutes, so hang in there with us. We'll be right back. So come back with us, J&D Archery Tech Tip. welcome back. Well, Jack, we have taken it out. We've inspected the strings, the cables, so on and so forth, and we started to look at it. You were just talking about something that if you take a bow out and all of a sudden you hear something a little funky.
Strange noises.
Go ahead and demonstrate what you're talking about.
You can take and hit the limb.
You hear that? That little vibration, that little...
And that'll tell you
something's
loose.
Right.
And you can kind of go over the bow, check and see, whatever. This thing here was loose.
There you go.
Quieted it right now.
You want that bow to be quiet
right
when you're out there in the hunting woods. You don't want anything to be rattling or making any kind of noise. And just in all general, you don't want anything loose on your bow. It can be from the string stop to your sights, your pins, to your string stabilizer, your cable stabilizer. Anything could be loose on there.
Right.
And you want to make sure that nothing is like that, because it's going to keep working its way free as you shoot it.
No, you don't want that.
No.
And a lot of times you see the lights on the sight will be loose. They'll make noise, or sometimes you get the modules in the older style bows on the cams. They'll work their way loose. So you want to kind of keep an eye on all that stuff.
If it works its way loose, it's no good.
No.
Talking about lights, I know you just briefly touched on that. You got to make sure you check with your game laws, please, as to whether or not to illuminate your pins is actually legal.
There's something new in the woods. Bucks and Beards Scents.
At Wild Bout Hunting, we only trust Bucks and Beards food plot blends. Whether we're at our property, planting and hunting in New York State.
Thanks, brother. Or right back here at home in northeastern Pennsylvania.
No matter where you plant or hunt this fall,
your deer deserves the best nutrition. Put something new in the woods this year.
Bucks and Beards food plot blends.
So order yours today at www.bucksandbeardscents.com. Tell them the boys from Wild Bout Hunting sent you.
Ready.
Hey, we've gone over loose things. We've talked about a lot of stuff. But if you have a question for Jack, you can ship us a question at info@wildbouthunting.com, and we will go ahead and forward it to Jack. And if we happen to select your question, you will go ahead and get a free decal from Wild Bout Hunting if we choose your question. So if you can't get a hold of Jack, you want to send it to us, we'll ship it to him, and then he'll go ahead and answer it. But we've talked about a lot of stuff. Obviously, there are a lot more topics to cover on the new modern bows. I mean, as there are on any bow. But, I mean, we've gone over a lot of stuff. We're going to have many, many tech tip episodes to come. I mean, from cat whisker silencers, string silencers, right?
Right.
You've got silencers for your cable guide. You've got silencers for your limbs. You have your stabilizer in the front, which is also a silencer type of thing, not only to help make it feel good in your hand, it's also there to dampen the vibration of the bow.
Right.
I mean, different types of rests and sights. I mean, there's so much stuff to go
Lots of
over.
stuff.
And I mean, just keep going over the basic stuff. Peep sights. There's
sight.
how many different peep sights can you think of? I mean, 4 or 5 right off the bat.
Right.
That are there. And I mean, some people don't shoot a peep sight, so there is all kinds of things that we're going to be able to go over. But I believe next week we're going to start talking about matching up broadheads, whether they're mechanical or whether they're fixed blade, and your arrow. So again, How can people get in touch with you, Jack, down here at J&D Archery?
570-455-1798.
Give Jack a call. Great man, filled with all kind of knowledge. He can help you out. We trust him. All right, stay tuned for next week segment Tech Tip. All right, catch you later. See ya. If you have a question for Jack, please email us at www. Move in this way, Jack. They're killing us.
Am I going too fast?
No, you're good now. Go to the string next.